Are we good? Hi, I'm Sam Schmitz. I'm the head women's wrestling coach here at McKendree University, and the assistant men's coach. I have my wife, Michaela Schmitz, better known as Michaela Hutchison, the Phenom. And this is Alexia Ward. Alexia Ward is about to graduate here from McKendree and was a national champ this year. And so they are going to be doing some of the exercises to warm up. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for Lewis Baker for just kind of reaching out and asking us to do this. It's pretty cool. Hopefully you like what we do. And I promise we are social distancing. We live together, so that's easy. And then Alexia is doing her internship, and we're doing some wrestling stuff. So, but first we're just going to start with jumping jacks to warm up. You can do these in your living room or anywhere else. And usually when we warm up for practice, we do them for 10, 20 seconds with a break. And then we'll even do something like they're doing jumping jacks, and then we'll say, all right, body weight squats, go. And they'll just try to get their butt down to the mat as far as they can. Back to jumping jacks, go. And really we're just trying to get their heart rate going, or get your heart rate going if you're in your living room. Again, this is easy stuff to do. Walk your hands out, go. And they can walk their hands out. A lot of people do these. You can add a push-up into it, like you see Alexia doing, or you can just walk your hands out and back up.
I'll do the modified version.
And then we'll even do things like party girl, go. Which is kind of like a jumping jack, but just keeping yourself moving. It's fun you can add a smile into it if you want to. And jumping jacks, go. And then as we get warm here in a second, Michaela's going to take over. She's going to do something she calls going to the zoo. And so it's a pretty cool thing. Time, body weight squats one last time, and then Michaela can take you to the zoo and show you the animals. This is a trick that we've used as a fun game, and you ask the kids, hey, you want to go to the zoo? And they're like, yeah, we want to go to the zoo. And then you start doing these exercises, and they don't want to go to the zoo anymore. So, all right, time. So Michaela will show you what that is. If you got room in your living room, I know we're in the wrestling room, but it doesn't take much space. So if they're maybe starting from me, and they can maybe go towards the end of the mat or wherever they want. So Michaela will take it over and she'll start showing you the animals.
You're telling me the first animal on my list.
First animal.
Hey, you guys want to go to the zoo?
Yeah!
All the girls at the wrestling practice, they're like, yeah, let's go, because they want to get out of wrestling practice, right? Anyways, I learned this from my Team Alaska coach. He did the same thing. You guys want to go to the zoo? And the first year we're all like, yeah! And then we went to the zoo and everybody couldn't walk for 5 days, so let's try the first one.
The first animals, we're going to go see the kangaroos.
Let's go see the kangaroos. 30 seconds. You can jump if you have room. If you don't, jump up and down.
In place.
Try to make broad jumps for about 15 seconds longer and then mental clock. Try to be the fastest kangaroo. You're racing your mom or something. 5 more seconds. Get as far as you can.
And then the next animal is the seal. So if you're at a zoo, you got to make your way to the water animals and go see the seals.
Let's see the seals, Alexia. Okay. Put your arms out. Try to keep your toes on the mat straight.
If you're in your living room, try not to get carpet burn or wood floor burn. Try to put some socks on, I guess.
15 seconds left. Try not to stop moving, even if you have to turn. Try to keep your arms up. I sound like I'm still breathing. 10 more seconds. Done.
Good. And then the next one, crabs. I don't know how many crabs are at the zoo.
Yeah, little crab made its way to the zoo.
Little crab made its way to the zoo.
We're going to do a forward crab first for 30 seconds. Go. Keep your butt up the whole time. If you want a little extra, keep the butt like up and tight. Depends. Keep going forward. Try to make it so smooth that you can put like a cup of coffee on your stomach without spilling it. My stomach's a little soft, so definitely spilling right now. About 5 more seconds. Again, don't push your partner. Crab down if you're next to him. Okay? Trying to be there with you. Okay, now backwards crab, 30 seconds. If we're doing this in a regular practice, we'd be going all the way down to the low and back. That's kind of what makes it more hard to do. Another thing that makes it hard warming up is talking while you're warming up. So, excuse the breathing. About 15 more seconds. And then one last thing before we stop. The seagulls are coming, so you gotta go fast for 5 seconds. Seagulls are gonna eat you. 3, 2, 1, time. Alright, next animal that we're gonna see.
Bears. We're gonna go see the bears.
Everybody kind of knows how to see the bears, right? Okay, go. As you're going, try to keep it nice and even. Don't be going like this, not keeping your hand. Put your weight on your hands. Move forward. 15 seconds, halfway through. Stay up the whole time. You guys are probably doing fine. I'm the only one out of shape around here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Alexia! What happened to that bear? It's only going backwards. You gotta do backwards bear crawl now. Ready?
Suck a piece.
Go! Try to keep even weight on your hands and your feet as you're going. About 15 seconds left. If you want to, you can make the bear noise. Always makes it more interesting when you got 30 people doing it. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. I don't want to go to the zoo anymore.
Are there any frogs at the zoo?
They feed frogs to somebody, don't they? We better do the frogs. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Frog, lead frog, just like this. And all the way down. Come as far as you can. Just like a frog. 30 seconds. Try to do at least 15. I'm at 5. 10 more seconds. I might not make it to 15. I'm getting lapped by the other frog. Be the first one to die for sure on this level. Time.
Alright, now the frog's dying.
This is my worst nightmare. Okay, Alexia, I'll show you first because I'm dying first. Okay, this is what you do. Jump up, roll back like you died. Okay, then stand back up again. These frogs up. Die. Come back up. Hey, go! 30 seconds! Really throw your body out when you jump. Throw out so you have to get back up fast. People after that, stay in shape. Still use the dying frog.
Chasing the baby around.
Chasing the baby around, showing her a dying frog.
Nobody can see, but she's behind us in a singlet. Ready.
Time. I don't know if that was 30 seconds, but that's time.
Oh! Alright, the next one we have is three-legged dog.
Okay.
Three-legged dogs.
Okay, so just like the bear crawl. Alright, you have one leg in there. We're gonna do 15 seconds each leg. Go!
I don't know if there's many dogs at the zoo. There's a few. Can you bring your dog to the zoo? They probably make exceptions for,
Yeah, they do.
for three-legged dogs.
Yeah. Service, they need service done. This is hard. We did some squats yesterday.
You switch legs too?
Time, literally. 15 seconds. Sorry, my looking cross hanging out.
I'm doing a lot of work over here. The fat coach stays to the side.
5 more seconds. Time.
Is there there a worm farm at the zoo?
A worm farm?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, there is.
It's one of those zoos. So there's the
Just
inchworm.
use your fingers and your toes. That's it. Keep everything else straight.
Yeah, and if you're wrestling freestyle or Greco, this is a helpful thing for you too.
You shouldn't get very far because you're itchy.
Watch the rug burns if you're in your living room again.
Or don't be fans and just do it.
That's
15 seconds. Doesn't seem hard at first, but if you do it all the way down and back, it's miserable. Okay, life as an instrument. Time.
crocodiles.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to see them anymore. But we will. Since Lexi's baby.
Little shout out to the St. Louis Zoo. It's only 30 minutes from us. It's free, but now probably nobody will want to go
So
anymore.
when you do a crocodile, you want to be in your push-up position, and as your arms going up, your opposite legs going up like that, and you're doing like a push-up. Then not a leg. Watch Alexia, because I'm not very good at these. I'm that crocodile. 20 seconds left. I'm bad at putting my opposite arm down. 10 seconds. The predators would always get me first. Time. Trying to cheat that one.
Oh, you got a heart.
All right.
Are you timing it? Oh.
Duck.
Oh. Oh yeah, duck.
Maverly
Duck
likes,
walks are really
our
good
daughter
on-
likes ducks, so this is a good one.
For warming up. It is a good one. She's
Yeah,
not-
warming up your hips, stretching your hips out.
And I like to have kids do this too, forward and back, roll out their shoulders. And then you can make the sound if you want. If you really want to know how it goes around, you clap, clap, clap. For 30 seconds. All right, 25 seconds.
I have no idea why our daughter has so much personality. I can never make sense of it.
10 seconds. Quack, 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 quack. You can mute me and just follow along.
Don't mute her.
Time.
All right. Salamanders or penguins? Which one do you want?
Salamanders, we'll do. Oh, we'll do penguins. Let's watch the penguins first. I forget. You just straighten your arm, your legs, and you just waddle. It's a pretty easy one. But it gives it a break. It gives you a break from others. Salamander's kind of hard. Make sure you're waddling. Tighten up those abs. Okay? Waddle, 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 waddle. Okay, we got about 10 more seconds. Probably less. This one's the easy one, so we know how time goes by fast. Time.
Then we have the pink flamingo.
Pink flamingo. Stand on one leg.
Graceful.
And then you switch.
Grace. Whoa.
And you stay for 2 seconds and switch. You try to catch your balance using your stabilizing muscles. You can move forward if you want. I'm not good at that, but
This is also called the Karate Kid.
not at the zoo though. Which right over here is really ghetto zoo because we have dogs and fish. Time.
Cow.
Oh, cow.
Ah. Ah.
You on hands and knees? We're pretty fast, guys. Again, if you don't have space, just go faster and less forward motion. Okay, so just kind of look like you're doing fast speed as a count. Time. I think that was about 30 seconds.
Perfect. Yeah, so for that, Michaela likes to have fun with it. And that kind of trains a lot of different muscles in your body, gets you tired. Alexia still has nightmares of it from freshman year, I'm sure. Anything else you want to add to it?
No, I just think it's really good to kind of change it up every day. So instead of just doing the same warm-up, which is awesome, right? But putting in a couple extra different things in there. So every week, once a week or something, do something more different is what I would say. Keep it fun, right? Keep everybody guessing. And the matches, you don't know what's going to come either, so just like that in wrestling. So you got to kind of keep your athletes guessing too, so that's why.
And then some other ones we do to warm up. Roll onto your back, stand up. I'll give these legs a little bit of a break before we kind of get into some more of it. But just roll onto your back and stand up, using your core, using your hips to stand up. And here in a second, we're going to add a little bit of wrestling into it that you guys can try. It's some fun drills that we do to keep it loose and have fun in our room too. So, and then with this, you can add into it stretching like Alexia's doing. You know, you kind of, kick your feet back over your head, stretch your lower back out, stand up, and kind of take your time to stretch there. And then as we get warm and do this, we'll start rolling onto our back and stand up and then tucking and jumping as high as we can. And even if you want to start just like rolling back, stand up and just jumping, that's fine too. And then as you get more warm, you tuck your knees up to your chest to kind of get, those hips stretched out a little bit, get some explosion into it, really get your muscles warmed up. The other one we'll do is we do plank to push-up. So you just get in a plank and you maybe even hold it for a little bit. Sometimes, we'll just kind of move yourself around in either one like Michaela's doing, or just hold your plank kind of like what Alexia was doing, but then you just start going as fast as you can. So you go plank to push-up as fast as you can. It really warms your shoulders up. One thing we'll mix into this too is get up into push-up position and then just start doing mountain climbers. Go. Boom. And so that we'll add in, put those together where you're doing plank to push-up and then mountain climbers, and then I'll say time, and then you hold plank for a second. And then you can go down into elbow plank.
I guess let's do around for them.
Yeah, so if you want to watch, this is kind of how you do it. So if you want to get into a plank, okay? Up like this, and then I'll start saying, all right, down on your elbows. And back up. And we'll do 2 rounds of this. Down on your elbows, back up, and then just start going, go. And they just start moving. And then when I get around to it, I'll say, up into a plank and hold, mountain climbers, go. And we'll just go, 15, 20 seconds. 17, 16, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. And I'm a slow counter just so that you guys can't tell. So they take a break, and you can tell they're sweating, and then we'll go through it again. Let's do it one more time. So they can start down their elbows wherever you want, or you can start up to the plank, doesn't really matter. And they'll say up onto your hands, back down to your elbows, up onto your hands, back down to your elbows, and then just start going on your own for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold plank. And this time let's do double-footed mountain climbers. Ready? Go. So this is another variation you can do if you want, just double-footed. Just try to get your feet back and keep them together. Back up, back down. We'll go for 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good, perfect. So I'll give them a break for a second. If you guys are doing it with us, you can take a break. Any of you coaches that are just looking for, different stuff, we do some different stuff that we'll kind of add into it here in a second. But then for our practice, so a lot of this for you guys that are out there is just, we're kind of showing you some things to do for fun in your living room, but also some things that we do in here during the year that these, Alexia has spent 5 years here doing, where whether you're warming up or just trying to get into, that firing shots off or getting your stance right at the beginning of the year, that kind of stuff. So, but whenever they're ready, and we got our daughter back here, but we'll start with our stance in motion. And what we do at the beginning of the year, and every once in a while at the beginning of practice, is we'll just start with stance. So they're just moving their feet. They're trying not to cross their feet. One thing we talk about a lot is looking through your eyebrows, and so that means not lifting your chin up so that you're looking somebody in the eyes, and then you shouldn't be able to read the front of their shirts, right? You can see the lettering, but you shouldn't be able to read it clear. And they look through their eyebrows so they can still see their opponent's hips, but they're still able to protect their own hips and keep their head in the way, that kind of stuff. And so after they've moved around for a little bit, then, we'll tell them to bounce and just take a break for a second.
Will you do another one?
Yeah. And so if you're doing it at home, we'll do, like my wife's saying, we'll do it one more. And you can move around your living room. I mean, we do this at home. I know some of our girls have done it on their own at their houses. But then you start moving to go. Stance in motion again. And then you pick up the pace. So if you were kind of moving just to get your stance right, get your hips warm, get your legs warm. But now you can start moving your feet. Try not to cross your feet. We try to not walk forward too. Like we call it the zombie walk. So if you're moving forward, you want to try to have your lead leg forward, your drive leg back, so that you're ready to either protect yourself or take a shot if you need to. Like Michaela just did, you try to move and circle on your hands if you can. Add some fakes into it, add some level changes into it. But all while looking through your eyebrows and trying to protect your hips, and I shouldn't be able to read the front of your shirt. So time, perfect. And so now, yeah, those legs are burning. Alexia's sweating. And the next thing we'll add into it is taking a shot. So when we talk about taking a shot, the one way to not take a shot, my wife will show you, is just, I don't want to just drop to my knee and just kind of reach out and grab stuff, right? Or the traditional shot that's just like, and getting back up, right? When she takes a shot, she wants to cover some ground, she wants to drive forward, driving off that back leg, penetrating and covering some ground. Okay, so we'll just add shots into this. So we'll do a little quicker so we can get through these. But they're moving their feet, and I know if you're in your living room, probably not hitting your knee on the carpet or whatever, you can maybe just do a snatch or something like that and take shots that way. That's good too. But these girls will take shots for you. They're moving their feet. Shot. Boom. Shot. Good. Shot. You can change it up. Maybe you see your high crotch. Maybe you see your single leg. Shot. Good. Maybe you see a low single. Shot. And you're taking different shots just to kind of change it up for yourself. Time. And then what we'll add into it is sprawling. Okay? Yeah. And so if you guys want to add sprawling into this, this will be the last one we'll add into it, and then we'll give you guys a little more exercises to do. We'll move to the other side of the room and do some more exercises. But next one's sprawling. So she's sprawling. Michaela's not jumping and doing the worm. She's not doing the worm. She's trying to punch her hips to the mat. Boom. There, and crush whatever's coming, right? Crush, 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 crush. And then she can circle to her feet and come back up in her stance. And the one thing you see her doing with her feet or with her laces is she's putting her laces on the mat. Now you want to be able to move, right? So if I just keep my laces on the mat and I'm just getting pushed back, 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 the one thing that we talk about a lot is I want to turn this position into our score, right? So somebody takes a shot, I stop them, I keep them there. Now it's turned into a score. So I might change and put my toes on the mat, and then she's trying to either circle behind her. It's kind of simulated the circle behind something and score. Okay, so we'll add shots and sprawls into this, and then we'll go into some more exercises. So here we go. Ready? Go. Shot. Sprawl. Sprawl. As you can tell, they're still keeping their social distancing while doing their stance. Shot. Sprawl. Shot. Sprawl. Time. Okay. So we'll give them a little bit of break. Another one we try to do that you can add into this, and before we move down the wall, is we do line drills. Okay, so we'll let them shake their legs out for a second. They're actually working. I'm the fat guy that's not working. I'm being lazy today. But what we do is you just move your feet back and forth. So we do forward, and we just forward and back over the line. And the one thing we have to do, or try to do, is not do this kind of stuff. And they end up just bouncing in the same place. So if you got a line in your living room, or your imaginary one, shoot, you can even put a piece of tape on the hardwood floor if you got it, but just try to go over and back, over the line. Okay? And do it as fast as you can. If you need to get your coordination right, so you can just see the line. Okay, then as you get better at it, you can start not looking and doing it. Okay? Forward and back as fast as you can. And I'm old now, so I can't move as fast. Okay? Another one, forward and back, is alternating. Okay, before we turn inside. So we start with one foot in front, one foot in back. Or speed skaters, if you want to call them that. Try to move and get your arms into it. Okay, another one is side to side. A lot of people have done these side to side. The one thing you try to do or not do with this is a lot of people will just be like shuffling their feet. Try to keep your feet glued together so that you're actually using your hips and you're kind of able to move over and back instead of just walking around. Okay, if you want to get fancy, you can start doing crisscross. We'll make you jump. Okay, another one we'll do, and we can do this one a few times. This will make my legs burn. These girls maybe did squats yesterday, and I'm too old for squats, so a little tight. But what you can find another line, whether it's on the carpet, like if you're on the hardwood, under the carpet, or just anything, but you put your knees in front of the line. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from our laces to our flat feet, like we're at the bottom of a squat, okay? And we wanna also get over the line. So instead of just coming back this way, we wanna explode and come up in front of the line. Okay, so we do these as conditioning a lot of the time. Or we warm up a little bit with them, maybe 10 of them and then get a drink or something like that after we jog for a little while. But let's go for 10 seconds since I'm old and fat. We don't want to get too tired today. Okay, so if you find a line, find it, grab it, and let's try it. Ready? Go. And then you try to jump back down, back up. Yeah, if you got bad knees, up, and then you can just step back down and go back down. And I really want to try to get from my laces to my feet. Time. You can shake it out. Me, I actually need to. These girls have actually been working out. I've been talking, working my mouth out.
Nate's working out too.
Maeve's got my snack. She's already eating my snack. So. Okay, so let's do another one. Here we go. Let's do another 10-second go. Same thing. Knees all the way up. What do we call these? Knee ups? Knee ups? Okay. Here we go. Ready? Go. Killers. Like they used to. Oh my goodness. Okay, the next one we do is
Knee changes.
Knee changes, yeah. So we'll do knee changes. These are terrible. But if you got another spot, preferably probably carpet. If you can't, you can just use, the ground, but try not to bang your knee on the ground or hard cement, wherever you're at. Let's try it. So you want me to do them, or you guys gonna do them? So we'll do another 10-second go. These are called knee changes. These suck. They're good, but they're really hard. Here we go. Ready? Go.
I'll do that.
Time. Oh my goodness. Woo! I'm getting too old for this. We'll do one more for you guys. Do one more for you guys, then we'll add into maybe some drills. You might even be able to do the drills in your living room. We'll add them in if you guys want to play with them when practice begins again, when all this stuff's over. Or try them at home. So. All right, one more. Ready? Set. Go. Treadmill is not the same as this. Woo! So, luckily, when you control the clock, you control the pain a little bit. So, and when it's my pain, short. Okay. So let's add a little bit of this into wrestling. So those same things that we were just doing. And again, guys, we're trying to combine some things. You can exercise on your own, but you can also incorporate this. So, sorry, but you can incorporate this maybe for you coaches or kids that you want to just try it to get your coordination going, get your feet work going. So, This is the one that we do, is these two will stand next to each other. We're gonna break social distancing rules for a second. And we're gonna roll onto our back like we did warming up, stand up, and then Alexia's gonna take a single leg, okay? So she gets close enough to Michaela where she can properly roll back on her back like we tried, get herself up to her feet, and then also be in a place where she can, boom, take a shot. And a lot of what this does for our girls and guys when we try it, is it just, you know how wrestling turns into a lot of chaos, right? So like there's a lot of chaos going on and you're in different positions, and then all of a sudden something opens up and you gotta be ready, right? So this kind of simulates that.
If you're alone though, you can do it.
Yeah, even if you're alone. You can.
Or on a chair or the couch.
Oh.
Right.
She's taking a single leg, outside single leg, rolls onto her back, stands up. And she's trying to get her feet set, so as you get better at it, the quicker you can just get up, boom, your feet are ready to go and you fire off. So she'll do 2 more for you. She kind of lines herself up so she's over in that third. And we talk about thirds in our room where this is 1/3, third, and a third of her body. So she's over here in the single leg third. Boom. Okay. And then she can do a double leg the same way if she wants. So she kind of lines herself up with that. And she's not finishing, she's just kind of taking a shot. Boom. If you got grandma or mom or dad, somebody in the living room, tell them to stand there. You can take some free shots out of it, tackle them.
Babies.
Boom, babies. I like the double leg Maverly, except she sprawls and stops me every time, so I've yet to score on her. Boom. There. And then same thing with the high crouch. So she lines up and Flex is getting a full workout today. Luckily she's in pretty good shape, so she can do it.
Make sure on your high crouch you turn in that corner.
Yeah, if you see Alexia, she's turned the corner, and if it looks, if you see her hips, watch her from this angle. If she's rolling back, she's standing up, but when she gets in and she does it a little bit slower, boom, she turns, and she's now going across the hip instead of facing hip to hip, right, where she's fighting power with power. She can turn and take that power away from Michaela. Now she drives across and is able to finish this thing, and later on when we finish, we drive, step to front and run in front. Okay, another one we do where you can log roll across thirds and do a single leg or a high crouch, whatever way you want to do it. So Michaela just does the same thing, she stands up, boom, okay? And these again are kind of crazy, but they're, like Michaela said, they're fun and things that you can do. So they have to find where their opponent's at. They have to find their footwork, they have to find, their footing so they're secure and they know where they're at, boom. And it helps kids a lot with spacing and just, again, that chaos that wrestling, has, that you have to eventually, boom, okay, where am I at? Oh, my feet are set.
So if you're by yourself too, let's do 4 of those. I'll do it with you, just without a partner. Log roll, stand up, to a shot. So do 4 of those each. I'll go to my pace, which is slow.
And again, guys, we know that you're not going to log roll in a match or anything else. It's more just your body awareness and knowing where you're at. I don't suggest log rolling, especially in a match.
Okay, that's one.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do 2 more exercises that you can do with another person. One of them is figure 8s, and Michaela and I were talking about this before we left our house. You might be able to do this just on on the leg of your dining room table or something like that if you got something.
Or just off without anything.
Yeah, or anything. But
Pretend there's 2 legs there too.
But basically, Alexia just stands there and she just attacks like she's going through the middle in a low single, and then she switches sides and just does figure 8s through it. Okay, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll just kind of be lazy through this and just kind of like, crawl. Try not to crawl. Watch how she's really driving herself through when she comes around that corner. She's really like pushing and getting herself through there. Boom. And being explosive about it. Boom. If that makes sense. That looks pretty good. Good. No, that's good. Yeah, if you guys want to do that on your own, that's perfect. Okay, the last thing we'll do is we just do fast feet, burpees, and double legs. Okay, so the same kind of thing where Alexia is just in front, and if you have a partner, if it's mom, dad, sister, cousin, somebody, you don't even have to. She can take this double leg without even hitting her knee, but she does fast feet first, and Michaela's just gonna clap her hand, boom, and there she goes. Yep. Yeah, if she doesn't want to hit her, maybe it's fine. Or she can. So, good.
And if you don't have a partner, right, you can just picture the clap.
Yeah.
Or have your mom clap, and then you don't have to hit on them, right? So Sam's my mom. That's weird, but if he's my mom, go ahead. Okay.
Burpee.
And then I just hit my shot, right? Or without touching your knees on the cartridge, just hit your shot. So let's do 4 of those, right?
Perfect.
Clap, somebody. Change up your shot if you want.
Time. Perfect. I'm gonna let these girls get a drink real quick, and then what we'll do, we'll finish with a little exercise over here on the wall. Take our time to do that. So, as we walk though, as Natalie kind of stands up and helps us out walking over, but you know, I hope everybody is kind of safe and happy out there, and healthy. But I'm happy that you guys got to hang out and join in on us doing our thing in here.
She put her singlet on for this, so.
Okay, so the last thing we'll do is we'll put you guys through a little workout. If you've got a wall anywhere in your house, so again, sorry for jumping around all over the place, but we were just trying to show you some wrestling stuff and give you a little workout. So if you got a wall in your house or anything else, you can use this. So we're gonna do wall walks is what we call them. Okay, so what I'll have the girls do is just do 2 wall walks and just walk up and they just touch their nose to the wall. And they go feet all the way back down. Try to avoid sliding down. Try to go up and then walk back down again. For those of you who do, gymnastic stuff, so this could help you learn how to walk in your hands a little bit and kind of build that strength. Okay?
Two.
So what we'll do is Alexia is going to do wall walks. We'll give them a break. And then Michaela's going to do fast feet, okay, on the line. And we'll switch.
So if you have a partner, this is good. But if you don't, just follow one of us.
Just switch back and forth. So here we go. Michaela's going to go alternating fast feet over the line. Alexia's going to do wall walks. And then I'll start and stop them. Ready, set, go. We go for 12, 11, 10. And Alexia's just trying to get as many as she can done before time expires. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And I'll switch.
How many did you get, Alexia? More than you.
Ooh. Here we go. Ready? Set. Go.
I already did 2. Yeah.
That's good.
Why do I weigh so much?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
I got 10.
Got 10?
Okay, well, we gotta do it now.
You gotta do it now. All right, so this time we'll do jump ups like we did earlier. So you're on your knees and laces and jumping up, and then we'll do wall walks again. Ready? Set. Go.
1. Well, 5 seconds left.
I don't know. You have 10% on the battery though.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Perfect. Last one. How many did you get? 10? 20?
5. She lied. She only got 2. Why you do that to me? You're so gullible.
She was hustling to get him done. Here we go. Ready? Set. Go. Yeah, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. So perfect. So if you got a workout If you got to work out or you jumped in on some of these, that's great. What we'll do now is we'll kind of show you our stretching routine that we go through. And you know, usually we'll let these girls cool down for a second, and you guys can cool down if you want for a second, just kind of jog back and forth. If you got living room area and you did work out, you can kind of just cool down, whether that's jogging, skipping, kicking your feet, and just kind of slowing your heart rate if you can. This is a great thing to do after you wrestle a match. We try to have our girls, when they listen, run sprints after dual meet matches or after matches at a tournament. Just to really either burn your lungs out and then slow your heart rate, or if you really got a good match, you just kind of pick up the pace on your run and then slow your heart rate down. So once they've slowed their heart rate down, now we can work on... Not yet, your heart rate's not done yet. Now we can work on... spilled water. Now we can work on stretching a little bit. All right, we'll do our partner stretch. Yeah. So this is something we'll do before practice. That's something you can do if you got a buddy at home, brother or sister, maybe your parents will help you do this. My wife refuses to help me stretch even though she knows that I need it and I'm built like a tree stump. But what we do is you just feet together first, and if you can look, Maverly's doing partner stretch with Felicity. So.
Does that feel good?
So you do feet together, and you can go, one thing we like to do is you can go feet together and you can give resistance, so Michaela will push back a little bit into her. Okay, and then she'll relax and she'll try to go back down. You can do resistance for a few seconds and then relax for a few seconds and push her down. And then we'll go legs wide and go to the right.
I want Lexi to stretch too.
Oh, we'll stretch. We'll go through it. And then if you have a partner, you kind of can help rub them down a little bit and just make sure they're loose and kind of cooling down. And then you can go to the left.
I always thought that this was for this person, but it's for both people because it keeps the person that is actively stretching the other person like sweaty, if that makes sense. Like keeps their sweat going a little bit and keeps my sweat going a little bit because it hurts. So.
And you can go down the middle. And so, just so people know, I stole this from when I was in college. We used to do this every day before practice. And he's probably not watching, but if he's out there and hears this, Matt Colley is the worst person to ever be a partner with during this because he's just brutal, making me flexible. Even though I needed it, still, I think he almost broke my body a few times. And then you can go butterfly, stretch, or in the words of Matt Colley, cream cheese flies, whatever milk product you want to use.
I guess I don't get it.
Woo! And again, you can give some resistance for the person getting stretched, or you can just, relax and get them stretching you.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You be a big girl. And then the next one we'll do is you put your arms back. Half Nelson. So you put your arm in the back of their neck or back of their head and grab their tricep, and then with your other arm you can kind of massage their tricep, massage down their side, and rub them down. And then you can switch to the other side. What spilled on there? Get you crazy girl. And then the last one you do with your partner is you can just kind of stretch your shoulders out. You stand up, roll their arms out, their arms moving. Oh, and Maverly's getting her stretching into. Good job. With a snack. Eating a snack and stretching. And then perfect. And then you can switch. The other person does it. And for Alexia, she probably needs it too after yesterday's squatting session.
Flexing on them.
She's only doing twice as much as me. I don't know.
What?
So for you guys out there, We have Natalie on the camera right now. Natalie was an All-American for us this year. She's from California. And then we also have Felicity here. She's one of our resident babysitters that helps us out with Maeve all the time. Maeve's buddy. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully you learned, maybe you can take something away, or just wanted to see what other people are up to. I know this is a crazy time for everybody, so even just seeing what other people are doing kind of is a nice thing to do. Maybe you're on your lunch break, maybe you're just hanging out at home. Yeah, we appreciate it. You got to see kind of where we hang out and get to do our thing at.
Waverly's daycare for the year.
Waverly was a wrestling room warrior this year. So this is her playground. So, but again, we want to thank Lewis Baker for hanging out with us, or letting us hang out with you guys, I guess. And yeah, this has been pretty cool. Hopefully you learned something. Again, sorry we were all over the place. We just wanted to make sure that you guys got plenty of stuff that you could do, mixed in with a little bit of exercise. So
We're still stretching over here, so.
they're still stretching.
Other person, make sure your mom or baby, whoever you're
And
stretching.
even without a workout, even without exercise, this is something you can do in the mornings. Either, have somebody help stretch you out like I need, or do it by yourself. But it's always good for you to stretch in the morning and have that in a regular routine. So.
I'll get the cream cheese with
Butterflies.
Oh, butter.
Cream cheese.
I didn't get it.
Milk flies.
Sometimes.